Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see a few points about lyric. Lyric is the most delightful and pleasing form of poetry. The lyre is actually a Greek musical instrument and it's a very simple instrument. And lyric is defined as a poem that expresses a single emotion. Over elaboration of emotion results in the loss of effectiveness. That is, in one lyric, only one particular emotion will be shown. It can be love, it can be anger, it can be sadness, or it can be anything, but only one emotion. And that will be very simple, because if you are going to over elaborate emotion, that effectiveness of that lyric will be lost. Then generally lyric is written very short, and a personal poetry touches all aspects of experience. And the types of lyric poetry are the love lyric, the lyric of patriotism, the lyric of religious emotion, the lyric of joy, and so on. Any human emotion can be expressed through a lyric, and in a lyric poetry, the poet is occupied with himself. He writes about his thoughts, his feelings, and emotion, and this gives the subject matter of his lyrics. In highly composite poetry, it is difficult to distinguish between subjectivity and objectivity. We cannot say whether the poet is expressing his own feelings or whether he is being objective about the poetry. Even the titles of the poems are no indication to their themes. Example, Ode to a Nightingale and Ode to a Skylark are not about birds. Some forms of lyrics lead us to meditative and philosophic moods, as the element of thought and reflection are dominant. A lyric is self-contained and everything in it is related to the central idea or emotion. It is difficult to identify the I in a lyric poem. Though the poet expresses his own emotions and feelings, they are generally universal. Wordsworth's Tintin Abbey and Milton's sonnets express universal emotions. And examples of lyrics are Elizabethan songs, metaphysical poems, short poems, and dramatic monologue, particularly those of Robert Browning and Tennyson. A lyric can be divided into three parts. Motive. It states the emotion and comprises the first few lines. The motive is the sudden provocation for the poet to express and compose his own emotions and feelings. Examples are Keats' Ode to a Nightingale and Wordsworth's Solitary Reaper. These are where a single incident has provoked them and they have written this poem. Second part is statement. The lyric consists of the poet's thoughts, emotions, and feelings. Again, here we can say Keats' Ode to a Nightingale, where Keats meditates over the weariness of life and the ease of death. And Shelley's Ode to the West Wind, where Shelley muses over revolution. And the third part is the conclusion. It comes when the emotion subsides in the lyric. This conclusion can be a real conclusion or a reflection or a resolution. Example, Keats' Ode on a Grecian Urn, where Keats reflects on the beauty at the end, and Herrick's Two Blossoms, where Herrick reflects on the fragility of beauty and power of death towards the close. The beauty of a lyric depends mostly on its expression, so the poet has to choose words and the arrangements with great care. The combination of lines, rhythm, and rhyme scheme are important. The factors holding the reader's imagination and intensity of his enjoyment of the lyric are the smoothness or hardness of the words, slowness or rapidity of the movements. Alliteration, rhyme, rhythm, melody, and some irregularities are the speciality of lyric. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box, like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.